If you'd like to see the software in action, let me go ahead and show you how to create a landing page, and I'm going to use this specific demo, and I'll show you how to do this in less than 4 minutes. So the first thing that we're going to do is customize the page styling. We're going to go ahead and enter the LPM name. Next, we can choose the box position, left, middle, or right. We're going to choose right. Next, we're going to have the box background color. We can choose a color, or we can also choose a gradient. So if you click on gradient, you can choose a different color and it will create a gradient automatically. Then we'll need to choose the box animation, and there are many different animations that you can choose from. And in this example, I'm going to use roll in. Next, we can choose the page background color. As you can see here, you can have a background image. You can use a background video. So you have 3 different options. Now in this case, we're going to do a background video. And for this, you can either enter a YouTube URL or a direct link to a .mp4 file, or you can also use Vimeo. And of course, if that video has audio, you can mute it or you can unmute it. Next, we can choose the button background color, and you can also choose a gradient if you want to. And in this case, I'm going to make a gradient, so we're going to choose something like maybe orange, maybe like a light orange. And then the end color will be a dark orange. And then of course we have the button text color, which in this case I'm going to use white. We can enter the step 1 button text. I'm going to say click here to find out more. You can also hyperlink that text if you want to and enter that URL here, but in this case I'm not. Next, we can enter the button text for step 2. Next, we're going to customize the advanced box design options. I'm going to leave this as it is, no shadow. The box border thickness, I'm going to make it 0. The box border color, I'm going to make it a light gray. And then box border radius, I'm going to make it 0. And box width, I'm going to keep it as it is. Next, we move on to advanced button design options. I'm going to choose the button font as Special Elite. And for the button radius, I'm going to make it 3 with a shadow. Then, of course, we can enter the page title and the meta description. And of course, the advanced video options. We are going to leave it at 0. Now going to step number 2 under page content, you can upload the logo image and a video inside of the box. In this case, I am not going to do that. And then of course we can choose the headline font. I'm going to pick and choose the font. I'm going to leave this as a dark color. And then of course the headline text. And of course we got the subheadline font and the subheadline text. In this case, I'm going to leave it as Open Sans, but for the color, I'm going to choose a lighter color, and we're going to enter the sub-headline text. We're not going to enter a main text font, but for the lead capture font, we're going to enter some details here. Then I'm going to change the footer privacy text color to something light. We can enter the footer text and the privacy text. And moving along, step number 3 is the autoresponder integration. You can enter the custom autoresponder form here. You can choose Aweber, you can choose MailChimp, or GetResponse. In this case, I'm going to use Aweber. I'm going to include the name. I'm going to enter the list ID, the redirection URL, which is where I want to send them after they have subscribed, the ad tracking value, the starting message. And of course, moving along to step number 4, we have script integration. You can enter some custom scripts into this box. And in this case, I'm good to go. I'm going to click on preview. And as you can see, this is the end results. And we're good to go. Now, before I end this video, I do want to cover the Your Pages section because this is really cool. At this page, you're going to be able to see all of your campaigns and your page names. And you're also going to be able to see 5 different columns. You're going to be able to see statistics in terms of the landing page impressions and the submits, which is the number of times a submit button has been pressed, and the action percentage, which is the conversion ratio for submits versus impressions. And then of course the TP hits are the number of impressions of the tracking pixel, which you're actually allowed to get a tracking pixel and put it on your thank you page so you can see how many actual conversions that you're getting. And then of course you got TP percentage, which is the conversion ratio for impressions versus tracking pixel hits. Now, not only that, you're also able to sort these columns, and if you want to clone a campaign or page name, you can simply click on clone and it'll create an exact replica, a copy of that page name. You can also edit, you can also get the code, which will allow you to add it to your website. You can use our hosted links. You can copy and paste the tracking pixel, and you can also download the LPM files, which then you can export them and then of course import them through this button here later down the road. And that way you'll always have a backup copy on your computer.